Next, another special News Radio WGNS broadcast.
Blue Raider Baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for the pregame show. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agents Andy Womack and Trevor Haggard, Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital, Granis and Associates, Las Casas Pharmacy, and Middle Tennessee Electric. And now, let's go to the ballpark.
Good afternoon and welcome into another broadcast of Middle Tennessee Blue Raider Baseball, coming to you from our beautiful campus here and Reese Smith Jr. Field at Middle Tennessee State University. Dick Palmer along with John Callow as the Raiders will take on the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech in the final game of a three-game series. Tech has won the first two, 5-4 on Friday and 10-8 yesterday, and really a heartbreaking loss for the Raiders. So this is bounce-back day for Middle Tennessee baseball, John, and the sun did come up this morning. In fact, it's shining brightly right now.
Well, Coach Pete always used to say, you know, the best thing about a loss is that the sun will come up and you will turn the page and you're on to another one. And
one other note before we take our first break, a terrible tragedy suffered by Middle Tennessee athletics and particularly the family of Carter Maneth, who is a redshirt junior on the golf team, as his father and two grandparents were both tragically killed yesterday in a plane crash somewhere in the Cherokee National Forest in Polk County, and they were en route to Raleigh for the Tar Heel Intercollegiate Golf Tournament, where the Raiders are participating this weekend. They are 14th going into the final round of that tournament, but our condolences to Carter and his family.
That kind of puts something like what happened on this baseball field yesterday in total perspective.
Certainly does. We will take a break, and when we come back, tell you a little bit more about today's game. Middle Tennessee, Louisiana Tech. We'll also have an interview with one of our captains, Eston Snyder. It'll be coming up after this on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis and Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis and Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis and Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Visiting with Blue Raider center fielder Eston Snyder before the Raiders take on Louisiana Tech in the final game of this series. And Eston, you know, anybody who's ever played this game or has followed it for a long time knows that it's a beautiful game. But it can be a very tough and a cruel game at times, and I think yesterday was one of those times.
Yes, sir, you're right. There's two sides of the coin, and it's really beautiful, but there's also things that happen that are out of your control, and you just got to be able to bounce back, and that's the beauty of baseball is that you don't just play one game on Friday or Saturday, but you get a couple, and you get 3 or 4 weeks, so you get to it's quick turnaround time, and you get to bounce back and show you can do that.
Yeah, so when times are tough, you talk to the captain, and I think there are several positives that we could pick from that game yesterday that we can build on.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there's a lot of good things we did. Like Coach Meyer said at the end of the game, we did a lot of good things to get us in that situation in the ninth with that 5-run lead, and then there was a lot of things that we did to lose that lead. So, you got to take the things that we did good, do them again, and try to minimize the mistakes.
Well, you were having a good year. Oh, congratulations on your 200th hit. That was Friday, I think, but that's quite an achievement.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a process, but there's still a lot to get done. So,
as you know, as the leadoff hitter, you get more at bats. So I guess you're expected to get more hits, aren't you?
I guess so. Sometimes it's nice if you're feeling good at the dish, and if you're not feeling good, sometimes it's not that fun. But it has its positives.
Okay. Well, today is our last chance to beat this team, and you have to give them credit. They took advantage of the opportunities, and I guess that goes with being a first-place team. But we've shown that we can compete. If we get good pitching and good defense, we can compete with anybody.
Yes, sir. It's just being consistent, and like you said, they're a good team, but, we've had the opportunity to take both games Friday and Saturday, and sadly, we didn't, but you got to forget about that and move on to the next game. But I think that, like you said, we've done a lot of good things. So if we can put those things together in this Sunday game, then, we can take it and take some positives from it.
All right, time to turn the page today. Let's go get one.
Yes, sounds good. I'll see you later.
That is Eston Snyder, Blue Raiders center fielder, senior, and one of the leaders of this team, and his thoughts on the game yesterday and the series, and I guess in a nutshell, kind of the season, John, as the Raiders have played in tough luck lately.
Well, you think about what Eston just said about those first 2 games. We could just as easily be 2-0 instead of 0-2 for the weekend. Looking back to Friday night, you get a hit here, get a hit there. I'm thinking back to the fact that we had a runner in scoring position and with less than 2 outs in 7 of the 9 innings and just couldn't quite get that key hit. But we know that we can because we've seen some really timely hitting. Yesterday, what can you say? A couple of unforced errors, and all of a sudden the wheels come off, and it was like a big gut punch.
In the rest of the conference yesterday, Kennesaw defeated Sam Houston 10-0. Western Kentucky over Liberty 4-2. FIU defeated New Mexico State 8-2, and Dallas Baptist over Jacksonville 7-4. Louisiana Tech continues to lead the league at 8-2. Western Kentucky is second at 8-3, and Dallas Baptist third at 7-4. Followed by New Mexico State and Kennesaw. They are both 6-5, and those are the teams in the conference that are over 500 and make up the leaders. And all of these series will continue today, and we'll check scores for you around the 7th inning and bring you up to date on how those games are going. So it's Middle Tennessee and Louisiana Tech. Raiders come in 15-20. 2-9 in the conference. They have lost 7 straight now. Louisiana Tech 23-12. They are 8-2 in the conference and leading the league, and they have won 6 in a row. So we'll have to see what happens today. 2 head coaches are meeting at home plate with the umpires. Lane Burrows in his 9th year at Louisiana Tech. Jerry Myers, 3rd-year head coach at Middle Tennessee. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for starting lineups. 2 minutes now on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Before we take a look at the starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Middle Tennessee baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Time now for the Ascend Federal Credit Union starting lineups. Ascend is the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Show your MTSU pride with every purchase. Visit one of their 28 Middle Tennessee branch locations. Ask for your MTSU debit card. And, John, what do you got for the starters today?
Well, for the visiting Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, leading off will be the third baseman, Colton Coates. Batting second, the second baseman, Michael Ballard. The DH, Sebastian Mexico, bats third. Cleanup hitter is Garrison Berkeley, the left fielder. Trey Hawsey, the first baseman, bats fifth. Batting sixth, the catcher, Eli Birch. Brody Drost will be in right field batting seventh. Thaxton Birch, Eli's brother, will be in center field batting eighth. Will Safford, the shortstop, bats ninth. On the hill will be Cade Parker, a right-hander. For the Raiders, leading off will be the center fielder, your pregame guest, Eston Snyder. Batting second, Clay Badalak, the second baseman. Brett Von Dolan, the third baseman, bats third. Tyler Minnick, the catcher, is in the cleanup slot. Batting sixth, left fielder Keaton Ray. Batting fifth, rather. Batting sixth will be the shortstop Matt Wolf. Batting seventh, Hayden Miller at first base. Brett Rogers will be in right field batting eighth. Kenny McKinley is the DH today. He bats ninth. And on the mound for the Raiders be left-hander Chandler Alderman.
Raiders taking the field now. We will have a color guard, a very colorful color guard. I might add, members of the Stones River chapter and Andrew Jackson chapter of the Tennessee Sons of the American Revolution will be the color guard. Fred Rand, whose ancestors fought at the Battle of Concord and Lexington, will be carrying the Bedford Minutemen flag in honor of those ancestors. The flag was carried at Concord and is the oldest known battle flag in the United States. So that will be coming up. We'll take a 2-minute break. Back with first pitch on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
It is indeed time for Blue Raider baseball as the color guard has got off the field. Raiders will move to their defensive positions. We'll have a first pitch thrown out by Blue Raider baseball fan Bryson Brown, son of Alan Brown. Alan Brown won an auction item at the Groundhog Day Luncheon, which includes season tickets, standing with the team during pregame, and throwing out the first pitch. So his son Bryson will do the honors today, and he clipped that outside corner with a pretty good fastball.
Sign him up. Sign him up. Anybody that can hit the plate, we need to be taking a hard look at.
For the Blue Raiders defensively, it will be Tyler Minnick behind the plate, Brett Von Dolan at third base, Matt Wolf at short, Clay Badalak at second, and Hayden Miller plays first base. That's the inner defense. In the outfield, Keaton Ray in left field, Eston Snyder in center, Brett Rogers in right. And on the mound is the big left-hander, Chandler Alderman.
Chandler will be making his 9th start of the season. He's thrown 35 innings. Giving up 39 runs, 22 of them earned on 48 hits, 17 walks, 24 strikeouts. He's got a 5.66 ERA, a 2-5 record. One complete game. That's our only complete game, isn't it? Nope, Drew Horn threw one.
We had a no-hitter somewhere.
Oh, that's
in there.
right, yes. So we've had 2 complete games.
So the first 3 hitters for Louisiana Tech will be Colton Coates, their switch-hitting third baseman. He will lead off. Michael Ballard will hit second. Sebastian Mexico, who was their hero of the game last night with a 3-run homer in the 9th inning, will bat third. Here's the way this series has gone, John. Louisiana Tech has won both games, 5-4, 10-8. They've had a total of 18 hits in 2 games, 5 doubles, 4 home runs. half of their hits have been for extra bases.
Yeah,
the Raiders in 2 games have had 22 hits, 3 home runs, and 19 singles. So only 3 extra base hits for the Raiders compared to 9 for the Bulldogs.
Even singles, though, can drive in runs if you got a runner at second base and less than 2 outs.
Put them together and they'll do it.
That's right. That's right.
Throw goes down to second.
Interested in that pregame color guard commemorating the Battle of Lexington and Concord. Last summer when I was in the Boston area, I drove up to Lexington to see the green. It was a green space.
Was it green?
It was.
Here's Coates, switch hitting third baseman, batting right-handed against the left-hander Alderman. And the first pitch of the game is on the way, and it is a little bit high for ball 1.
But for a student of history like I tend to be, it was really something to walk on the same field that those Patriots fought on.
Second pitch is high. First pitch time, John.
First pitch time is 1:06.
2 balls, no strikes. The count to Coates. Both pitches to him have been high. So Alderman will try to get it down, does, and it's swung on and fouled off. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, on the way to Liberty last weekend, we passed Lexington, and I misidentified that. I told my director of transportation that was where we had a Civil War battle fought, but nope. It was in Lexington, Mass, and not Lexington, Virginia.
Oh, that was the Revolutionary War,
yes,
of course.
Ground ball to second, going to be picked up by Badalek. Plays it over to first. 1 up, 1 down in the first inning. Batter is Michael Ballard, the second baseman. Ballard coming in at 302 on the year.
Lexington is one of those common names, particularly in the early states of the Union.
Pitch is a ball out. Oh, strike call. We have a home plate umpire with a delayed right arm.
Yep.
Called that one a strike.
I also hope he's got a wide strike zone.
1 strike to count to Ballard. Hits this one in the air, but foul down the right side. Game time temperature 67 degrees, perfectly clear skies. Sunshine and a south wind at about 10. It's changed directions from the first 2 games. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's high and away for ball 1. 1-2. We had only 1 ball hit out of here to right field in this 2-game series, and that was that game winner yesterday. Ball outside, 2-2.
That was the killer punch.
That was hit by the on-deck hitter Mexico. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High and away, ball 3. Full count now, 3-2. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. We're just underway at Reese Smith Field. Alderman with the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to center. That should be playable. Eston Snyder moving a few steps over into right center, hauls it in. 4 out, number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the first. And the batter will be Sebastian Mexico. Designated hitter, bats from the left side, and their leading hitter at 341. That home run yesterday was only his 5th of the season, but it was a big blow. Came in the top of the 9th inning with the Raiders leading, and that put the Bulldogs in the lead. There's a strike called. Alderman in there at 87 miles an hour, and count is 0-1. 2 outs, bases empty. And the pitch outside for a ball, 1-1.
Still lots of time to come out to the park today. Weather is cooperative. In fact, it's pretty good.
Supposed to be in the low 70s later on this afternoon. Pitch is hit off his fist foul and out of play.
And a last chance to see this ball club for a couple of weeks. We're going on the road for a while.
In fact, we have only 2 more series at home, 6 more home games remaining after today, 2 more Conference USA series.
I think we've got one midweek.
There's a swing and a miss, and he struck him out, handcuffed him with an inside pitch. And that's going to be all in the first inning as Alderman sets the Bulldogs down in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left, and finished with a strikeout. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Louisiana Tech nothing, Middle Tennessee coming to bat. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom half of inning number 1. No score in the game. Raiders will have Snyder, Badalak, and Von Dolan to face Louisiana Tech. Defensively for the Bulldogs, they will have Eli Birch behind the plate. Colton Coates at third, Will Safford at short, Michael Ballard at second, and Trey Halsey at first base. In the outfield, it will be Garrison Berkeley in left field, Thaxton Birch in center, and it will be Brady Droust in right field. And on the mound will be right-hander Cade Parker.
Cade Parker making his 8th appearance, his 5th start. He's thrown 15 2/3 innings, given up 10 runs, 8 of them earned on 15 hits, 3 walks, 11 strikeouts. He's got a 4.60 ERA, a 2-1 record. Opponents hitting .254 against this right-hander. He's been known to hit some folks. He's got 4 hit batters to go with those walks.
Eston Snyder, who has been hit more than any other Blue Raider batter, will step into the box, hitting a team-leading .373 on the year.
He got cheated out of one of those hit batters the other day.
Yesterday, pitch inside ball 1. The umpire ruled he leaned into the pitch rather than
called batter's interference.
Being hit. So pitch, check, swing, and a strike. It's 1-1. Parker threw that one in there at 89. Right-hander pitches from the set position and delivers, and a ball hit in the air might be playable for the first baseman in foul ground, and it is caught by Halsey, moving a few steps down the right field line in foul territory, and that is out number 1 in the first inning.
This isn't the only action going on campus today. Over at the outdoor tennis complex, they're playing Wichita State. And this is a
senior day, I think.
Yeah, and right now the men are up 3-0 in that match.
There's a pitch inside to Badalak for ball 1. Clay is a senior hitting .317. That's from the left side. Parker with a pitch. Check swing. Downstairs for ball 2.
On the other side of campus, the Lady Raider softball team they're playing, I guess they're 1-1, right, against Western Kentucky.
Ball hit to left field. That's going to drop in for a hit.
There you go. That'll get you your Whataburger. if you're here at the ballpark.
Badalak drops one into shallow left field.
Goes opposite field.
The Raiders have the first hit of the game, and the first base runner, as Badalak takes his station at first base, and Brett Bondolan will step in.
They're tied at 3 over across campus, the Lady Raiders and the Hilltoppers from Western Kentucky.
That's the rubber game of that series.
That's right.
Pitches a strike call to Bondolan. 0-1. Brett, 3 out of 8 in the series with a home run, his 14th of the year. Put him in the lead in Conference USA. And the pitch on the way, a little bouncer to third. Going to be a tough play, and the throw to first, they got him by about 2 steps. Play was made by Coates, and that will move Badalak into scoring position at second base. So with 2 outs, a runner at second, the batter is Tyler Minnick. Tyler's had a tough series. He's only 1 for 10.
Well, he's been hitting the ball just right at people.
Let's see if he can bring this run in. Runner at second base with 2 outs. The pitch to Minnick is an off-speed pitch in for a strike.
Defensively, the Bulldogs playing him to pull. They've got the second baseman, 4 or 5 steps on the left side of second base.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Shortstop and third baseman are in their regular. Well, I guess the shortstop's probably, 2-3 steps farther to the left than he normally would be.
The 0-2 pitch, swung on and grounded to third, but foul. Just outside the bag, and the count holds at 0-2 to Tyler Minnick. Tyler hitting .304 with 4 home runs on the season. Another 0-2 pitch outside into the turf. Runner did not try to advance, and that is ball 1, 1-2. Catcher Birch had to come out of his stance to pick that ball up just a few feet down the first base side. And this one is also outside. They're trying to get Minnick to chase.
Yeah, they've been working him outside all weekend.
2 balls, 2 strikes to the Blue Raider catcher. Raiders in their camo tops today, white pants and the blue caps. There's a little tap foul. And he hit that right off his hands. And the count holds at 2-2 with a runner at second. 2 outs in the first inning. No score, just underway at Reese Smith Field. Glad to have you along. And the pitch to the plate is check swing, and that is
ball 4.
Outside, ball 4. So that is a base on balls. And runners are at first and second with 2 outs. Keaton Ray will stand in. Now, he's been swinging the bat very well in this series. 4 out of 7. All singles, but he's been hitting some shots.
Well, a single's going to score a run here.
Keaton, a left-handed batter. High, they throw back to second. And scooting back there ahead of the throw was Badalak, and a good stop by the shortstop kept that ball from going to the outfield.
That is the first ball we've seen Eli Birch throw. He started on Friday night. We stole some bases. We never saw him throw.
And the pitch to the plate is a check swing. Did he go around?
Yes, they say.
I thought he did. They confirmed by the third base umpire. Count is either 2 strikes or 1-1. I've lost the count, and it's not on the board. There's a ball hit to right field. That's going to get down. That's going to score a run, maybe 2.
It's off the wall.
Badalak will come in to score. Here comes Minnick, and he will score standing up. And
there's
that is a 2-run double for Keaton Ray, and the Raiders lead it 2-0.
That's that extra base hit that you've been looking for 2 days. It's off the wall just to the right of the 365 sign in right center field.
For Keaton Ray, his 6th double of the season, RBIs number 11 and 12, and the Raiders are on top 2-0. Ray is at second base with 2 outs, and the batter is Matt Wolf. Single and a walk, and a 2-run double. Check swing by Wolf, and they ring him up. This time the first base umpire was asked, and he said, yes, that was a strike. No balls, 1 strike to count. That's the first double of the series for the Raiders. They had 3 home runs, but no other extra base hits. Pitch outside in the turf, 1 ball, 1 strike. Matt Wolf hitting .304. Does have 1 home run on the season. Parker checks the runner at second. That pitch is outside. 2-1. Kevin Nichols coaching at third, and
he'd like to
Coach
wave another
Hubert
one around.
First. And the pitch. Check swing. Strike is called by the plate umpire. 2-2.
Well, off-speed pitch caught the front edge of the plate.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. Parker comes set. Pitch is foul to the screen, and it is still 2-2. Hayden Miller waiting to hit next. Raiders on the board first in this game with 2 runs here in the first inning. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. That's a letter high fastball and caught him looking. So Wolf called out on strikes. That's out number 3. In the inning, the Raiders pick up 2 runs. There were 2 hits and 1 man left on base. We have completed 1 full inning. Middle Tennessee 2, Louisiana Tech 0. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the second inning. Raiders leading by a score of 2-0. For Louisiana Tech, Berkeley, Halsey, and Birch, the 4, 5, 6 hitters, scheduled to face the left-hander Chandler Alderman, who set them down in order in the top of the first. Berkeley, a right-handed batter. He's 1 for 8 in the series. That 1 hit was a home run. Here's Alderman's pitch, and it is in there for a call strike. Berkeley at .307 with 5 homers on the season. Left-hander with a long look goes into the full windup, and the pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That home run by Berkeley was a solo home run, came in the second inning yesterday and gave Louisiana Tech the lead. There's a foul over by the Tech dugout down the third base side. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Berkeley.
They held that lead until the 7th inning. Raiders went on top in the 7th. Piled on in the 8th, and the bottom fell out in the top of the 9th.
That's exactly what happened. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Berkeley. Chandler Alderman's pitch grounded to short. Matt Wolf up with it, over to first in time. That is out number 1. Couple of ground ball outs now for Chandler, and you like to see those ground balls from your pitcher. Here's Halsey, the first baseman. This guy is huge. 6'2",
Yes.
240, and he's still growing, John. He's only a freshman. Big left-handed hitter against the left-hander Alderman. And the pitch to the plate outside. They keeping the ball away from him. He had 2 home runs on Friday, both to left field, off left-hander Colin Kerrigan. So he went against the book.
Well, and he also went against the wind. Well, he actually hit him the only place in the park that was going to go on Friday night.
They're trying to keep that ball away from him. There's ball 2 outside, 2-0. Halsey, a freshman, and hitting .288 on the season. He's out of West Monroe, Louisiana. That's just down the road from Ruston. And ball 3 is a little high, 3-0. Chandler Alderman, he's not a small guy himself, 6'5", 205, out of Poplar Grove, Illinois. There's the strike, 3-1. Halsey had only 2 home runs on the season coming into this series, and he doubled that on Friday night. There's ball 4 inside. So the first walk of the game, first base runner for the Bulldogs. And the batter is Eli Birch, the catcher. Started on Tuesday, came in as a pinch hitter in that 9th inning yesterday. He's 1 out of 6 in the series. That was a 2-run double. There's a ball hit in the air to right field. That sends Rogers back to the track. Looks up, and that one is gone. And we have a tie ball game. Eli Birch, a right-handed hitter, got it up into that south wind, and it clears the right field wall for his 3rd home run of the season. Scores Halsey in front of him, and it's now 2-2.
Well, so much for that lead.
The batter will be Brody Droust, the right fielder.
He did not start on Friday night against the left-hander.
Pitch high for ball 1.
Colin Kerrigan, rather.
Alderman with the pitch outside. Ball 2, 2-0.
Back in the lineup, though. Well, he was back in the lineup yesterday against the right-hander, and
that home run was the 7th home run given up this season by Alderman. There's a ground ball to the right side. Badalek into the outfield grass, picks it up over to first in time. That is out number 2. So with 2 outs, the batter is Thaxton Birch. He is the older brother of the 2. hitting .286, and he bats from the right side. He did start Friday, but and came in as a pinch hitter yesterday. That was a smash foul past third. Got out in front of that one.
Yeah, down. Well, looks like somebody was going to jumped over the bullpen wall or the gate or whatever and couldn't handle it. Bounced back off onto the field. Somebody else had to go chase it.
One strike to count to Thaxton Birch. And another ball hit that way, bounced one hop in front of the first base coach who never moved.
He did not move a muscle.
That is Jake Wells coaching at third. Matt Miller is their first base coach. 0-2 is the count. And struck him out swinging with a high fastball. So that is all in the second inning, but the 2-run home run by Eli Birch ties this game. 2 runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Middle Tennessee 2, Louisiana Tech 2 on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom half of inning number 2. And before Hayden Miller steps to the plate, we'll give you our injury report brought to you by the law offices of John Day, Murfreesboro's personal injury law firm and a proud sponsor of the Blue Raiders. Of course, we have Trace Phillips out. Has missed several starts as a starting pitcher, and Nathan Brewer also out with an injury, so we're missing those two. For the Raiders, Hayden Miller stands in, bats from the right side against the right-hander Cade Parker. First pitch is a little bit outside, ball 1.
I was talking with Eston Snyder the other night after the ball game, and I'd finished my interview on the field. And
there's a ball hit in the air, and the shortstop fighting the sun, backpedaling into shallow center field, makes the catch. That's a pretty tough chance, but
the wind was playing with it.
Safford hung with it, made the catch for out number 1. So you were talking with
Snyder?
Snyder?
So I'm saying, the 2 games after I did a post-game interview with Nathan Brewer. He is injured and he's out for the season, apparently. I said, maybe you guys don't want to talk to me. He assured me it was not my fault.
Here's Brett Rogers, takes an off-speed pitch for strike 1.
So that made me feel better.
Rogers hitting .333 on the season. Bats from the left side. He's a redshirt freshman. Takes the pitch outside. 1-1. Brett in the series, 2 out of 7 with a run batted in.
Already got some action in the Louisiana Tech bullpen.
Pitch outside, ball 2, 2-1.
When you look at Parker's numbers and you see that he had only thrown, he was making his 8th
pitch is
appearance.
swung on, hit into left center field. Pretty well hit, but playable as the left fielder Berkeley will haul it in. Few steps short of the warning track for out number 2.
You've made 7 appearances, 8 appearances, and you've only thrown 15 1/3 innings. That means you're not going deep. You're probably making starts that are spot starts that turn into bullpen days.
Kenny McHenry will bat with 2 outs and the bases empty and swings and misses at Parker's first offering. Kenny 2 out of 8 in the series. One of those was a 2-run homer. And the pitch. Swung on, hit sharply to short, picked up by Safford, and his throw to first is perfect. And that will retire the Raiders 1-2-3 in the second inning. Nothing across. We have completed 2 full innings. It's Middle Tennessee 2, Louisiana Tech 2. Blue Raider baseball coming your way from Ben Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the third inning in a 2-2 ball game. This is 13th day of April, and in 1962, you'll like this, John.
Okay.
1962, Stan Musial scores his 1,869th run to set a new National League record as the Cardinals beat the Cubs 8-5 in 15 innings.
Stan was the man.
Yes, he was.
I got to see him play.
I did too. Here's Will Safford to lead it off, the number 9 hitter in the order. Louisiana Tech in their powder blue uniforms today look like the Philadelphia Phillies out there. Pitch is outside, which gives me even more incentive to pull for the Blue Raiders. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. And that was over but low. Ball 2, 2-0. Home plate umpire is Jairo Martinez. At the knees for a strike, 2-1. Mike Mazza, who had the plate Friday, is at first base, and David Martinez, the home plate umpire yesterday, is at third. Check swing and a strike, 2-2. Safford, a 187 hitter, but he is some kind of a shortstop. He's a senior. Transfer from LSU. Puts the ball in the air to left field. Keaton Ray drifting over near the line. Will take it for out number 1. 1 out in the third. This is the leadoff batter, Colton Coates. So Alderman starting his second trip through the lineup. Coates grounded out in the first inning. Switch hitter batting right-handed. 291 on the year for Coates. Alderman's pitch outside, ball 1.
Day is Bark in the Park Day here at Reese Smith Field.
Several of our canine friends are here. I didn't see that advertised. There's a strike called, 1-1.
Jairo Martinez does not seem to be afraid to stick up that right hand.
Nope.
That's good.
Alderman with a 1-1 pitch. High, ball 2. Coates on the series, 2 out of 8 with a double, has driven in 2 runs. Two balls and a strike. And Alderman with the pitch. That is right down the pipe. Strike two call, 2-2. One out here in the third. We're in a 2-2 game. Raiders got two in the bottom of the first. Louisiana Tech answered with two in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped it back into Tyler Minnick's mitt. That is out number two.
Got him on a pitch way, way outside.
Strikeout number 3 for Alderman, who's fanned one in each inning now. With 2 outs, the bases are empty for Michael Ballard. Fly to center field in the first inning.
Moving on with that tennis contest over at the Outdoor Tennis Center. Raiders on top 4-0 now on Wichita State.
Ball hit high in the air down the left field line. Keaton Ray in foul ground makes the catch over by the bullpen. That's a nice play by the left fielder Keaton Ray, as he had to be wary of that bullpen wall while moving at full speed. That is all in the third inning, and some high fives as he comes to the dugout for Keaton Ray. That is all in the third. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. It's Middle Tennessee 2, Louisiana Tech 2 on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. We're on Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Another April the 13th note. In 1984, Pete Rose doubles off Jerry Kuzman as the Expos beat the Phillies, but Rose joins Ty Cobb as the only player to reach 4,000 career hits. Wow.
He was some hitter, wasn't he?
Eston Snyder will lead it off as we start the second trip through the Raider lineup, and Parker's first pitch is a strike called. Eston fouled out to the first baseman in the first inning. The pitch to the plate, swung on, grounded to short. Big hop there for Safford. Guns it over to first, and in time for out number 1 in the inning.
That throw nearly pulled Halsey off the bag.
First baseman over is not too mobile. I think Coach Myers thought it did pull him off the bag. He's questioning the first base umpire about that call.
He's going to have him discuss that.
Well, there's no way the plate umpire could tell. The third base umpire would have a little better look, but really the guy that made the call had the best look at it.
Yeah, I don't see this being overcome, but it was a close play, and it really looked like he could have. I can see why you would have a question.
Yep.
That might be, if you had the instant replay, that might be one that you'd want to take a look at.
Oh, I think definitely, yes. Might have that next year, John. I don't know. The out is confirmed, so one away. The batter is Clay Badalak. Single in the first. And Parker delivers the pitch high and outside for ball 1.
I'm wondering when Conference USA will go to the 2 first base system.
Several of our teams in the league already have it. I think it's optional. There's a pitch missing, ball 2, 2-0. In fact, the last couple of games we played on the road, there have been 2 first bases. There's a strike, 2-1. North Alabama had it, and Clarksville,
They
Austin
sure did.
P. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Which means the A's Sun must be using it.
Pitch misses inside, ball 3.
That was both A's Sun teams, right?
Yes.
Let's see, we saw it down in Tuscaloosa. So the SEC is using it.
Pitch is outside, and Badalak draws a base on balls, so he reaches for the second time. I was told that North Alabama knocked off Austin P in the first game of their 3-game weekend series.
Ended that winning streak for the Governors.
Yes. And North Alabama had won only 10 games all year. Of course, they beat the Raiders on Tuesday. There's a little tap foul off the bat of Brett Von Dolan. 1 strike to count. Now, I don't know who won the second game of that series yesterday, but I was told that North Alabama knocked them off on Friday. Parker checks the runner.
Lefty throwing seriously now in the Bulldog bullpen.
There's a throw over to first. Badalak is back. Count 1 strike to Brett Von Dolan.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if this is not Parker's last inning.
Right-hander comes set. Pitch is swung on and missed. He took a little bit off that one, had him out in front. 0-2 the count. Brett is 3 out of 8 in the series, and that one of those was a home run.
Yeah, they've been pitching him away. They've been pitching him off speed.
And he still managed to get 3 hits.
Yeah.
The pitch. Stroh struck him out on a bad pitch outside, and that is out number 2.
Well, that was one where they combined off speed and outside.
That's the second strikeout for Parker. And with 2 outs, the batter is Tyler Minnick. He drew a walk in the first inning. They shift for him, as they did in the first inning.
Boy, he has got the entire right side of the infield open.
Nobody there except the umpire, and he's not going to help.
First baseman is holding the runner, of course, so.
Pitch inside, ball 1.
Even after the pitch, he's not getting but, step or 2.
Missed inside again, ball 2, 2-0.
So right now he's got 90 feet to work with after the pitch. He's got, 88 probably.
Throw to first, runner back. Badalak has stolen the best in the series, so they're keeping an eye on him. The pitch. Ground ball hit very slowly to third. Coates has it. Oh, nice play. Over to first. That will retire the side. So Minnick bounces out, third to first. In the third inning, no runs, no hits, 1 left. Totals after 3. Middle Tennessee, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Louisiana Tech, 2 runs, 1 hit. No errors. We will go to the 4th inning in a 2-2 game. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Atmos Energy is delighted to sponsor the Blue Raiders and fuel homes and businesses in Middle Tennessee with affordable, efficient, and reliable natural gas for today and generations to come. Natural gas, the smart choice for fueling our energy future. Chandler Alderman about to start his fourth inning of work in a 2-2 ball game. Bright sunshine on this Sunday afternoon at Reese Smith. And we won't be back for a while.
That's right. We're going to Belmont up in Nashville on Tuesday. Then we go to Bowling Green for the weekend.
That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series.
Because of Easter.
No games on Easter Sunday.
And then the Tuesday after that, we go to Nashville again for our annual matchup with Vanderbilt.
There's a strike called. Sebastian Mexico leading off in the fourth inning. Alderman struck him out in the first. One strike to count. And the left-hander delivers low and outside for ball one. 1-1.
Then we get back from Vanderbilt, and you're going to get on an airplane and go to Las Cruces, huh?
New Mexico State, correct. So we won't be back for a while. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, grounded. That's fair ball. Oh, called foul.
Good.
Miller made a stab at it, and just outside the line at first base.
We'll be back on May 2nd for a weekend series with Jacksonville State. Midweek game the following week up in Nashville at Lipscomb. Then we're home with Sam Houston State.
Ball hit in the air to right field. Snyder moving over. He's got the range and makes the catch in right center. That is out number one in the fourth inning. And the left fielder, Garrison Berkeley, who's in the cleanup spot today, will stand in. La Tech has used three different hitters as the number 4 hitter in 3 games. So they're rotating that cleanups position. Berkeley grounded out his first at bat. Bunts. That's a good one. Nobody's going to get that.
Yeah, he got it past the pitcher and into the infield dirt.
That is a perfect bunt laid down by Berkeley for only the second hit off Alderman. And you know, John, that's kind of a lost art, but boy, is it important in winning ball games, especially close games.
Oh, absolutely. I have always been a believer in the bunt.
Here's Halsey. Walked and scored in the second inning. Now, Berkeley likes to run. He's got a good lead at first. There's a strike call, 0-1.
If for no other reason, Dick, the fact that I was a much better bunter than I ever was a hitter.
A lot of us could say the same thing. 1 strike to count. Alderman throws over to first. Raiders have a total of 6 pickoffs from their pitchers, but Alderman's not one of them. Throws over there again. Some left-handers can do it better than others. I don't know why. I guess it's in technique. 1 ball, no strikes. Halsey waiting. Long look, and the pitch. Check swing. I think he went. They say he didn't. 1-1.
That long wait. Allman is usually pretty quick. He took that pitch clock all the way down to 1.
I think he's altering his time there, just maybe to throw the runner off a little.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Foul to the screen, 1-2.
Took the clock down to 4 on that delivery. How about a strike him out, throw him out, double play?
1 on, 1 out here in the 4th. 1-2 the count to the big left-handed hitter. Pitches outside, 2-2. At this time last year, Halsey was playing high school ball in West Monroe, Louisiana. Here's the 2-2. The runner goes, and a perfect hit and run. Line to left field. Berkeley's heading for third. They will have him at the corners with 1 out. Well, that is a storybook hit and run.
That's the way you draw it up.
And a perfect bunt, and then a perfect hit and run. That's just good execution.
And Halsey, for a left-handed hitter, he goes to left field a lot, doesn't he, Dick?
Yeah, 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Now the Raiders could really use a double play. Ball on the ground maybe from Eli Birch, but he hit one out of the park his first time up. And he lines a hard shot. Badilak's got it out at second. Throw to first. Double play.
You called it.
And the inning is over. That was a hot one-hopper to Badilak. Got it over to Matt Wolf, who relayed to first for the twin killing. So in the inning for the Bulldogs, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Middle Tennessee 2 and Louisiana Tech 2. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Palmer, John Callow with you on a beautiful Sunday afternoon at Reese Smith Field. In a 2-2 ball game, the Raiders in the 4th inning will have Keaton Ray to lead it off. Ray, Matt Wolf, Hayden Miller are the scheduled hitters here against the right-hander Cade Parker.
That wind is picking up, Dick. Blowing straight out to center field right now.
There's a ball hit right back to the mound. Parker picks it up, runs halfway to first, tosses underhanded to retire Keaton Ray for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 4th inning. And Matt Wolf will stride to the plate. He was called out on strikes in the 1st inning. That's one of 2 strikeouts for Parker. Sophomore from Ohio and a transfer from Vanderbilt. Matt Wolf takes the pitch inside for ball 1. Wolf is from Westerville, Ohio. Check swing, strike called, 1-1.
That ball up in the zone.
Had a notion, but held up. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wolf. 1 out here in the 4th. Off-speed pitch, miss low, ball 2. Do him a little breaking ball and had it downstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. Parker with a pitch, and he lines it into left center. That's a base hit. Left fielder will cut it off, and a single for Matt Wolf. We'll have a runner at first with 1 out.
Got it into left center field. Didn't quite
3.
have what it took to get through to the wall.
Hit number 3 off Parker. The batter is Hayden Miller. Popped out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning. Miller's had a home run in this series. That was his 7th of the year. Throw to first, and back in there is Matt Wolf. Parker comes set. Again, tosses to first, and again, Wolf back in there.
Had a left-hander up throwing again in the Tech bullpen.
There's a ball fouled out of play. That's into the grandstand. Just barely got into the grandstand. And the count, struck 1. Wolf draws another throw at first.
Parker up just above 50 pitches now here in this 4th inning.
Ready for the 1-strike pitch to Hayden Miller, and here it is, and it's right in there
nice
for a strike.
Breaking ball.
2-0. Raiders got 2 runs in the first. Tech with a 2-run homer, tied it up in the 2nd inning, and that's where we are. 2 strikes to Miller. Wolf's going. Pitch is lined to right field, and that's a fair ball.
By a
going
foot.
to third. Wolf hesitated, and now sliding into second safely is Hayden Miller.
Just barely beat that throw. He just stuck his bat out, kind of a Texas leaguer.
Poked it into right field with the runner going, so we've had a couple of well-executed hit and runs already in this game. And the Raiders will have them at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out.
And I think that's going to bring on the left-hander.
Pitching coach is going to the mound.
Got a left-handed hitter coming up with Brett Rogers.
Cooper Fouts is the pitching coach. So that is hit number 4 off Parker, 2nd hit in the inning. And with Brett Rogers, a left-handed hitter coming up, they do have a lefty, as John says,
he's
heating up in the bullpen.
He's been throwing for a couple innings now.
I think this is just to kill time, John.
Oh, it's not like they've also got a right-hander going in there.
Pitching coach normally for Tech does not make the change, so it would have to be Lane Burrows, the head coach, come out to make the change if that's what's going to happen.
Well, that conference is over, and Parker's going to stay.
No change right now.
Now, what they've got to do is figure out what they want to do with the infield. They are not going to play the infield in. They are going to play the shortstop. He's more like double play depth, even though the double play is not in order.
They are in at first and third, and there's a bouncer to the second baseman. That'll get a run in. Oh, and first baseman fell down. Halsey, the first baseman, is not a picture of grace out there. And he fell down, stumbled after catching that toss from the second baseman. But Matt Wolf comes in to score, and Miller advances to third as Brett Rogers brings in a run with a ground out. 3-2 Raiders. Runner at third, 2 outs. McKinley looks at strike one.
I suspect Halsey is going to hear from his teammates.
Oh, you know he will. Hey, can we see that move again?
Yeah.
Kenny swings and misses strike two.
Pitched him inside. They've been working these guys, these Raiders, away.
2 strikes, the count, and struck him out swinging. McKinley down on 3 pitches. That is all in the fourth, but the Raiders take the lead with 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1 runner on base, and we have completed 4 full innings. Middle Tennessee 3, Louisiana Tech 2. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.